In this section, ATC is going to talk with us about tower instructions to either remain this frequency, contact ground, or monitor ground. They are very different instructions, and Chris with ATC is going to tell you why.
So one thing I do kind of want to expand on, it was an issue in the past. It hasn't been too much of an issue lately, but I still, kind of want to raise a little bit of awareness. When you get off the taxiway, there's three common outcomes of what your next instruction is going to be. At some airports, there's going to be taxi, remain this frequency. That means, you're just going to stay with the local controller, the tower controller. There's monitor ground, which switch your frequency and just kind of listen in, keep doing what you're doing. The one that I see a lot of students miss is contact ground. That's completely different from monitor ground. Hey Chris, if you don't mind, can you kind of explain the difference in I guess those three options?
It's funny, the one when we do say contact ground is probably the most important one. When we tell them to remain on tower, usually as they're doing pattern work or they're taxiing back for a taxi back or pattern work, that's typically we'll say remain with me or remain on tower. 90% of the time, it's just monitor ground. You can just go on your way and taxi back to the ramp. When we say contact ground, there's a specific reason for that. One, there might be an aircraft that's taxiing from the end of the runway. You're exiting at Delta 6 and on 4s, and you're exiting at Delta 6, and you got a guy that exited at the end of the runway. Now he's opposite direction, taxiing on the taxiway. In that situation, we would want you to contact ground so ground can work that out. And the reason we would want you to contact ground is tower doesn't have enough time to be dealing with the aircraft on the ground. It's very, very important that if contact ground has been said, that you do contact ground, and usually as soon as you can. Like, you're going to be getting those instructions as you're rolling off the runway. So when you get across those hold bars, we would prefer that you're already on ground at that point and you're calling ground saying, hey, we're off the runway. And then they're going to give you further instructions, because a lot of times it happens really, really quick. Those exits are not very long. And so you're rolling off there and things are happening. So the quicker you can get on ground control, the better.
And as you students are getting more and more time under your belt and hearing more and more of these types of clearances, you're going to be able to paint a bigger picture of what the other aircraft and traffic are doing. So a lot of the times you can kind of anticipate what you're going to get in that situation. As I'm taking a taxiway and I know I'm taxiing to the ramp and I see a guy that exited ahead of me, and I can see that he's turning on to Delta this way and I'm going to, I already know, if I'm told contact ground, I already can probably anticipate I'm either going to be told to go straight into the ramp, or I'm going to be told to stop and wait and hold short of something specific while he crosses. So you can kind of start to see what these things are doing and anticipate these clearances, and that's going to help you with your situational awareness.